ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cilla Black.
Well, hello everybody and welcome to Surprise, Surprise, which is what this show is all about. Surprises. I mean, take the day I was born, for instance. I heard that, you. I heard you say you can't remember that far back. I heard that. Now, be honest. We all love surprises, don't we? Yes. Well, of course we do. As we were saying, take the day I was born. My mum was ever so surprised. She only went in to have her appendix out. And I suppose one of the first surprises must have happened to that Isaac Newton fella. You know, the apple fell on his head. Now, that was a surprise, because he was sitting underneath a pear tree at the time. You see, life is full of surprises. And I'll prove it to you at home. You have a good look. Everybody at home, have a good look at our audience here tonight. Oh yes, I'm going to switch the cameras round. There they are. There's our audience there tonight. One or two of them are not what they appear to be. Especially her on the front row from one. Emlyn, you stand up and take a bow, Emlyn. Indeed. Emlyn, I love the way you pulled your trousers up. It's just...
You can remember that far back.
But Emlyn, we've got a nice surprise coming from you later on, haven't we? Yes,
Beauty.
Of course we have. But I won't keep you in suspense any longer because I think we better get on with the show. And now I'd like you to meet a big mate of mine. He's a very big mate of mine. And before the end of the show, he's going to be a big mate of yours. So come on, say hello to Chris Biggins.
Hey, look.
All right.
It's the rhinestone cowboy.
Hello, Christopher.
Oh, no, please, please, don't call me Christopher. Call me Biggins, like everyone else.
Yes, and you can call me Madam. I've just been telling them all about the show.
And very good. But listen, I must... Give me a hand. Naughty, naughty. You didn't tell them about...
Hang on.
What's that?
You've just put your hand on me, Emerald.
You didn't tell them about our numbers phone game.
Oh, well, you see, I thought I'd leave that up to you because you're so good at all that technical stuff, aren't you?
Oh, you see, Cilla, you think you can just... You move those beautiful eyes towards me and I'll do anything you want. And of course, you're absolutely right. So I'll tell you the game. Now, the phone numbers game. We won't tell you all about it yet, except you must get a piece of paper and a pen. This is for you at home. Now go on, get that piece of paper and pen and make a note of your telephone number, including the dialing code.
Don't worry if you're not on the phone. Use your auntie's phone number or a member of your immediate families. You see, we're going to play this game later on. And who knows, you may win a surprise prize. What's next, Biggins?
We're going to give you the chance to get your own back on people and things that get up your nostrils. So, this week, it's Angela and Dev Voretsky and Sydney and Jan Mullett of Stanmore, Middlesex. We found out that they lived on the edge of a golf course and we're fed up with golf balls bouncing in the garden and smashing the windows. So we decided it was time they got their own back. And you'll be surprised when you see who happened to be playing that day.
Would you like some trifle, Angela?
Yes, I would, please. Excuse me, do you think I could have my ball back, please?
You certainly can.
Be fair. I never saw you move as fast as that when you played for Liverpool.
If you got something firing at you, you move fast. Believe
Stay
me.
there. Don't go away, Emily, because Biggins has got a smashing piece of film to show you. It's coming up next. Have a look at this.
Hello, Biggins at large, taking a look at the world of sport. Well, this week I've come to glorious Devon to meet a group of sporting gentlemen who are, well, how shall I put this? They're bent on enjoying themselves on a Saturday afternoon playing rugby. Now, this isn't Twickenham. In fact, we're halfway up a very windy hillside, but it's the home of the Ashburton Rugby Football Club. They may be great guys, in fact they are, but they could be one of the unluckiest rugby teams in Britain. Come on in, boys. For a start, their pitch on the edge of Dartmoor is more like a switchback. Playing north to south involves running up a 1 in 5 slope. But the catalogue of disasters started even before their first ever game last year. The local council offered them an old pair of goalposts, but chopped them up for firewood by mistake. Since then, the Rams have lost almost all their 41 games. Their worst defeat was 69-0. Even the local soccer team beat them at rugby 36-9. They have an injury list that would scare any club manager to death. So far this season they've suffered concussion, broken ribs, a fractured cheekbone, a split ear, a chipped ankle, all inflicted by their own teammates. One newspaper called Lock Forward Tiny Phillips Wally of the Week when he laid out one of his own side by falling on him. They don't get big crowds at Ashburton. The largest number they've ever had watching was 70 when they played away at the local prison. Surprise, surprise, the boys of the Ashburton Rugby Club challenge any sports club out there with a similar track record. They'll play you at any sport you like. It'll be the game of the century, won't it, boys? Yay!
Well, you know, Emlyn and everybody else, despite a nationwide research, we couldn't find a team as bad as them.
Impossible. You couldn't get anyone worse than that, could you? What is it, none out of 40?
But I thought, honestly, Emlyn, you know, with just a little bit of the coaching and the right leadership, you'd be all right. What do you think?
They'd need more than leadership, Cilla. Honestly.
Really?
They would.
Well, we've got a surprise for you,
no.
Emlyn.
Oh, no.
Because we all think that you're a lovely little leader. And we thought that you could captain that team. And to be fair, only to be fair to you, because they're so desperate to win, they'll play any game, so they've agreed to play football. I mean, would you like to say hello to your team? They're all waiting there now. Where's Tiny? Where's our Tiny? Hello, Tiny. Would you like to say hello to your new leader, Emlyn here?
Tiny, I didn't mean it.
Have you ever thought of having your teeth done, Tiny? Tiny!
Tiny, you've got off to a good start. You're wearing the right colours.
Brilliant team, Liverpool.
Know where they are?
Where?
At Highbury. That's Arsenal's ground. So that's where you're going, Emlyn, later on. So give us all a wave, lads. Yes, they've even got the little mascot there. Look at that. Hello, son. Oh, they've gone. Emlyn, now we've got to find a team for you to play against, haven't we?
Yes.
Yes. And surprise, surprise.
Oh, no.
What do you mean, oh, no?
No.
We have got the greatest team. Have we got a special team, Biggins?
We certainly have, Cilla. Come on in, boys. Capped 105 times for England, the former national captain leader of Wolves, Billy Wright. Member of the victorious 1966 World Cup squad, the man who scored the hat-trick, Jeff Hurst. Current captain of Spurs, Steve Perryman. One of the all-time footballing greats, twice Football of the Year, nicknamed the Preston Plumber, Tom Finney. Current captain of Brighton Hove Albion, Jimmy Case. Another member of the 1966 World Cup squad, former Fulham fullback, George Cohen. One of England's most exciting young players from Luton Town, Paul Walsh. Chelsea's greatest goalkeeper, played 600 league games, Peter Bonetti. The man who played for Chelsea, Queen's Park Rangers and Arsenal, John Hollins. Nicknamed the Lion of Vienna, as an England player, the man who spent his career with Bolton Wanderers, Nat Lofthouse. Former captain of Spurs, captain manager of Northern Ireland, Danny Blanchflower. FA Cup winner with Chelsea and Southampton, nicknamed the Wizard of Oz, Peter Osgood. Another former England captain, currently player manager with Exeter, Jerry Francis. And finally, the most individually talented player since the war, he played for Manchester United and Northern Ireland, Georgie Best.
What can I say?
You'll do that.
There's a mixture of youth and experience there, but I'm not sure which the youth is.
Well, let's ask him. How do you think you'll fare against Emlyn's team, lads?
Oh, they've no chance.
Have you ever seen such a lineup like this, ladies and gentlemen? Why don't you go off to Highbury? We'll all join you later on. The All-Stars, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, now, while they're whizzing across London, we're going to play the phone numbers game. Now, I hope you've all got your pieces of paper with your telephone number written on, because you at home could win this week's surprise, surprise prize. Now, here's what you do. Draw a really big square like this, then draw 4 lines vertically.
That's down for people like me, who don't understand big words.
Next, draw 4 lines horizontally.
That's a cross.
Now, across the top of your square, write the word phone. 1 letter at the top of each column.
And you don't spell it with an F.
Down the left-hand side of the square, opposite each row, I want you to write the last 5 numbers of your telephone number. For example, take this number, 018349090. Now, the last 5 are 49090, which we put down the side like this.
Now, I hope you're all doing this at home, because You know, you should all have your own individual card by now.
Yes, now let's recap. Now you should have a square divided into 25 smaller squares with P-H-O-N-E across the top and 5 numbers down the left-hand side. Now the object is to get a line of 5 squares filled in either vertically, horizontally or diagonally. We're going to help you. We're going to fill in some free squares to give you a start. Now first of all, put an X in the middle square. Good. Now, 1 in the 4th square under P. That's right. 1 in the bottom square under H. Good. And finally, in the 2nd square under E. Do you think everyone understood that, Cilla?
Oh, I think so, Biggins. I mean, really they should, because you must understand it, because you could win a big surprise prize.
Now, here's what we're going to do. We pick a cube which will have on it one of the 5 letters in the word phone and a number from 0 to 9. Now, this is just an example, so don't write anything on your card yet. Now, say the cube P0 comes out, then we ask you a simple question like this. Now, you answer this, Cilla, if you can. Which member of the Ewing family does Larry Hagman play in Dallas?
Oh, we all know that, don't we? Yes! Who?
Excellent. Now, if you've got the number on your paper and you know the answer to the question, write it down in the appropriate square, like this. And if you've got 2 numbers the same, like I have 2 P0s, you can choose which of the squares you write your answer in. But you can only write the answer in 1 square. Now, I'm going to put mine in the bottom corner because that gives me the best chance of a winning line. And I want to win. So, remember, you're looking to complete a line in any direction, and you don't have to write an answer on your free squares. They count towards a winning line anyway. It'll get clearer as we play the game.
And to be fair, I thought, well, we should have a lady from the audience picking our cubes, and our lovely lady tonight is Doreen, isn't it, Doreen? Yes. Well, what are we waiting for, Doreen? Clap. Pick those cubes. What did you say? A clap. A clap. She wants a clap. And you deserve. Shake the bag, girl. Oh, yes, let's see what we've got here. And we've got 08. And the question is, who won the men's singles at Wimbledon in 1983? More cubes, Doreen. Oh, look, this is E2. E2, and remember, we can't repeat any of these questions, so we want you all to be on your toes. Now, the next question is, what is the name of this tune?
Right, we'll be back with some more numbers after the break, and to meet a man who drives around in a Rolls with the number plate Mad 1.
Oh, yeah, and we've got our football match to look forward to. And then there's me doing me damsel in distress bit. So, Biggins, go put the kettle on, love. See you in a minute. Welcome back. You know, I've just had a lovely surprise from Biggins. In the break, he made me a nice, lovely cup of tea. He milked it. He sugared it. Then he drank it. Yes, you were yes.
The fellow you're about to see fancies himself as an impressionist and a pop singer, but I don't think Mike Garwood or Michael Jackson need lose any sleep. I went down to Wiltshire to meet him. Fortunately, I got a lift with someone who looks vaguely familiar. Thank you for the lift, Your Royal Highness.
That's okay, chap. I thought I recognised you. Aren't you that, Biggins chap?
It's Biggins, sir.
Okay, I really must be off now. I have a dash to change little Willie's nappy. Yes! You must be the footman.
I wonder what happened to him.
Hello, darling. Come to see one. You'll find him in the garden, hiding away from all his adoring fans.
Tony, nice see you. Yes, we've met before.
Yes, we have.
Tony, how many records have you actually made?
Well, the latest is the third.
The third record?
Yes.
Now, more important than that, how many have you sold?
Well, the first one sold 3, and the second one sold 7.
Yes.
This one has sold 1.
You had a lot of flops. Now, are you eventually going to call it a day?
I might have to if the flops continue, but my 4th single is going to be hit if the third one isn't. In fact, it's a heavy headbanger, and it's called Sing With Me.
Headbanger? What's headbanger mean?
Old King Cole was a very old soul, and a very old soul was he. And he called for his pipe, and he called for his coal, and he called for his fiddler three. Every fiddler he had a fiddle, and a very fine fiddle had he.
Tony Hill. Are you going to sing a song for us tonight?
I am, Cilla. It's called Terry Wogan's Party.
Who's Terry Wogan?
Of course you would.
We just can't let you get up there and sing. And we've invited a very special jury here tonight. We've got our own very special star version of Jukebox Jury, and there they are.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you and welcome to our special star-studded jukebox jury. It's my pleasure, and though it's my duty to introduce the team. Here, first of all, is Radio Luxembourg star young performer Pete Murray. And direct from down under, and just wish he'd go back, ladies and gentlemen, Alan Freeman. Currently at number 3 in the charts with Don't Treat Me Like a Child, here's Helen Shapiro. But this week's number 1 with only 16, Craig Douglas. Well, that's our jury, and I have to tell you that we have the entire star cast of It's Trad Dad, a film that you cannot miss. Don't miss this, our only record.
There's a message on the phone, the wives are coming home to Terry Wogan's party. There's no hope left if you are a guest at Terry Wogan's party. Life must go on, we're not all as young as Jimmy. And there'll come a day when Terry's not on the telly. There are drinks to hand for the brass band, the neighbours are complaining. Don't drink and drive, says policeman Clive, we've got a squad car waiting. Life must go on, we're not all as young as Jimmy. And there'll come a day when Terry's not on the telly.
Tony Hill and Terry Wogan's party. Well, it's a lovely length. And here to discuss it is our team. Now, Pete, what did you make of that?
Well, you've got to admire his guts, haven't you? I tell you. He's got nearly as much guts as you have, I'll tell you that. It's 15 years since we've done this programme, you're still wearing the same suit.
That's right. I guess I'm waiting to get yours.
Actually, I have to say this, that Terry Wogan's party, this is really not quite as good as the real thing.
Alan Freeman.
I think, David, that Tiny is perhaps... Tony is aiming just a little too high. I mean, it's a very infectious record. It's the kind of record that can lead to infection. I would like to say that I think this is absolutely... Oh, God, it's dreadful. It's terrible.
Helen Shapiro.
I don't know, Alan. I think you're being a little cruel there, don't you?
Yeah.
Thank you. They agree with me. I like the bounce that it has.
The what?
The bounce. It has bounce.
Oh, good.
I'd like to say, Tony, lots of luck, because Out of all the records that I've ever heard, that was one of them.
Great. Greg Douglas.
Could I hear it again? Sort of song that sort of grow on you, you know what I mean? I think the only thing holding it back, I think the drums are a bit out of tune, I think.
Well, I think it's time now that we come to vote that record, Tony Hill's Terry Wogan's Party, a hit or a miss? Well, it just seems that I have the casting vote, so I must say that I would very much like to vote it a... But I have been longing for a very long time to do this again.
It's time to give you another chance to win a prize in our phone numbers game. When you have completed a line, ring this number, 01834 9090. Now, this number is only for making a winning claim. We cannot answer any other queries on it. Now, the first one to ring us with the correct line will win a special prize, but there'll also be 2 runner-up prizes for the second and third people who ring in. Now, our phone line will be open until 9:30 this evening. So, it's all over to you, Cilla.
05. And the question is, how many sides does a pentagon have? All right? H1. H1. Oh, and this is a musical question. Which musical does this song come from?
Right, in a few minutes we'll have more surprises and more phone numbers, won't we, Cilla?
And look here. Oh, look, you recognise that face. It's a familiar face. Jim Rosenthal. Hello, Jim.
Hiya, Cilla.
How is everything down there tonight? Because you're going to be doing our commentary on our football match, aren't you?
That's right. Looking forward to it. I'm led to believe the All-Stars have just arrived here at Highbury. There's a bit of a draft around, but the man I've got with me, his hair is in perfect shape.
And, it's Diddy David Allerton. Look at
right.
that.
He's not tall enough for the Winter Garden. A special referee and a man who I've played with and run down the wing a few times, refereeing for the first time tonight, David.
Yes, actually, not a lot of people know this, Jim, but I did once actually have a trial at Liverpool, but I was found not guilty.
Oh, let's have a long shot of you in that outfit, David.
Actually, there isn't such a thing as a long shot of me. You see my lovely knees. Hang on, I'll just get rid of the ball.
Oh, look at that. Oh!
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I didn't recognise you without your trousers on, David. Yes, we love those knees, and we'll all see you later, all right?
Look forward to it.
See you after then.
Okay.
Oh, please, everybody at home, don't go away. Well, oh, look, there's our Jim Rosenthal again. How are you, Jim?
Well, I'm excellent, and Emlyn Hughes here is wondering what he's been let in for, because he's just had a look at his team. You've given team talks all over the world, Emlyn. Have you had a word with them yet?
Yes, I have, Jim, and we're ready. Yes, no messing, we're ready. I've told 7 to mark Bestie, 8 to mark Jeff Hurst, 7 to mark Tom Finney, 9 to mark Nat Lofthouse, so we're ready. We need about 47 players to get the result. Cilla, tiny's not tiny.
Oh, isn't he?
Believe me when I tell you he's not tiny, Cilla, and he's not very happy about his teeth.
Well, neither was I, but I got them fixed.
So that we're going to have a word with Billy Wright.
Oh, Billy.
One of the most experienced skippers the game has ever known. And, Billy, you've had a close look at the opposition now. What's your view of them?
My lads are going into the bus straight away.
Good. Well, we're all set to go. And David Hamilton, our referee, has got a microphone on, so we're going to hear from him throughout the game. Let's get on with the action.
Yes, what a good clean.
I must tell you, for all those who are watching in black and white telly, the Ashburton Rams are playing in red, and the All-Stars are playing in white.
Okay.
So David Hamilton sets the game underway, and the question we're all asking here at Highbury is, are the Rams as bad as everybody thinks they are? And here's Billy Wright. Superb touch, but he's given it away. That's Stevens for Ashburton. And Emlyn Hughes marshalling the team like a true skipper. Back to keeper Knock. A bit disappointed with that. And is this a... It's Tiny Phillips. Good ball coming in towards Peter. Doesn't miss those. Good attack, though, by Ashburton. Plenty of hope for them. Hurst. Good early ball in towards George Best. George Best, past one man. Little curler, and in off the post. George Best with a vintage goal here at Highbury, and the first for the All-Stars.
Well done, George. Bit of magic, son. Well done.
I must say, it's a riveting first half. And that goal by Georgie Best, well, it was quite a good one.
It just goes to show in this game, Cilla, you never lose it. Never lose it at all. Just like your game, really.
I lost mine years ago. But Jim, I think the other side, I think the Rams are doing ever so well.
Well, they are. They've created a couple of great chances. We're going to talk to the experts now. And first of all, Danny Blanchflower, who's led many a great side in his time. Danny, I mean, you're one up, but you're a bit disappointed with the boys?
Oh, I'm more than that, yeah. That's the good point.
I think we're going to have a look at one of the main incidents of the first half. And let's just have a little look at this. And Emlyn Hughes, perhaps, you must have thought you were in for something here.
Well, this is our best.
George Cohen taking a bit of a tumble.
The referee made a mistake there. He was clearly tripped up, wasn't he? I mean, you didn't see it, but it was clearly a trip, wasn't it?
I thought he just toppled over, actually.
I thought he'd be looking for a bonus for that, I thought.
I think we're going to see the moment that we're really all talking about, and Highbury absolutely buzzing here, isn't it, about the George Best goal. And here it was. Emlyn, I mean, we thought you might have cut this one out, perhaps.
No chance. No chance at all. I knew exactly where it was going and couldn't do a thing about it.
When he said there was nothing he could do about George's shot, I thought he could have got out of the way a bit quicker.
There's a lot to look forward to here at Highbury, and we're going to get on with the action right now, Cilla.
Oh, thanks a lot, Jim. See you later.
So away we go then for the second half. And Ashburton, who've had a little bit of a breather and possibly a bit of a question or two, feel they're in with a chance here. This is Morris. Good ball into, and oh, Tiny. Oh, Tiny. He's 18 stone, he claims. Well, I could put him at near a 20. 6'6". He fits tyres, and he looks as though he's got one or two spare ones on him as well. Astonishing here. It looks as though Danny Blanchflower has lost patience with his team, and the manager is out there showing them all how to do it. Remarkable scenes. Tom Finney taking it all like a true pro. And that's a good piece of work from Norman if he can get the ball across. There could be a chance here. Oh dear. Is that going out of the ground or not? It's rolling on the top of the stand. Not quite out of the ground. Well, they are a rugby team, and they do have to kick for touch, and a bit of sympathy with them. Danny Blanchflower, the team manager, making it 12. David Hamilton, carrying the best passes of the evening. Little touch from David Hamilton. Little diddy David. You wonder how he gets so much power when his legs are so small and his knees are so... Good skills down that far side from Best. This is dangerous. Jerry, this could be number 2, surely. Will Jimmy Case turn it in? Off. Oh, that's another one. Jimmy Case makes it 2-0. And really Ashburton getting that old familiar beaten feeling again. They're well used to it, but they have travelled 200 miles to get beaten this time. Although the coach broke down in Bristol. They didn't get it really, but, and David Hamilton has ended things here at Highbury. Ashburton Rams beaten by the All-Stars by 2-0. And Tiny, well, what a sad figure. What a sad figure. He's going to go back fitting the tyres tomorrow and...
Well, he can come and fit my tyres anytime. Thanks a lot, Jim.
I thought it was a family show.
Thank you. And everybody else down at the ground.
Okay.
The marvellous sport.
Oh, well, I think the Ashburton team will win next time. Good luck, lads. Now it's time for the last part of our phone numbers game. Now, don't forget, as soon as you've got a winning line, give us a ring. Now, you can ring up until 9:30 tonight. And here's the number again, 01834-9090. Now, don't forget, we can't take any other calls on this number. More cubes, Cilla.
This is an 08. 08.
An 08. So if you've got an 08 at home, here's your question. Now, this is Peter Sellers in one of his most famous roles as a bungling French detective. What we want you to write down is the name of the detective.
This is H8.
H8. Well, if you've got an H8 at home, now here's your question. You all know this lovely couple, the Prince and Princess of Wales. But what we want to know is, what was the princess's maiden name?
I'd like to say a very big thank you to Doreen. Hasn't she been marvellous? Been the best cue picker in town. Let's have that last cue. There you go. That's a P7, and it's a musical question. And here it is. What's the colour in the title of this next song?
And finally, one bonus question. You will recognize these two characters from Star Wars. One is Han Solo, but what is the name of the other character on the left? If you know the answer, you can write in any square on your card to complete a winning line.
Well, that's the end of the phone numbers this week. But don't forget, the first one to phone with the correct number and answer gets the prize. Whoever that winner is, he or she will be invited to the studio to receive their surprise, surprise prize on next week's show. Now we come to our pièce de résistance.
That's what? And one or two other people. You see, I'd like to introduce you to some of life's unsung heroes. You see, this week on this show, we're going to let you meet some of the people, men and women, of the Royal Navy Search and Rescue Unit. Now, I went down to Culdrose in Cornwall to meet them. Well, here we are in the lovely West Country, and lots of you watching will be spending your holidays down here this year. And while you're all enjoying yourselves, there are some people who've only got your safety in mind, like these fellas over here. This is Dave Wallace, and this is Scouse Slater. And I've no need to ask where you come from, Scouse. Where'd you come from?
Liverpool.
Well, there's only one place, isn't there? Now, you're going to tell us exactly, what exactly do you do?
We cover the search and rescue for the southwest around Cornwall and Devon.
We're scrambled by the Coast Guard. If it's a cliff job, put them in a stretcher and bring them up, basically, and then take them to hospital.
Gosh, I love to hear you speak. Next to you, I sound like the Queen, don't I? Dave, I don't want to embarrass you, but somebody told me that you live with your mechanic. Now, can you explain yourself?
Oh, it sounds worse, but actually, yeah, in fact, my wife is one of the maintainers on the aircraft, so she fixes them when we break them.
You didn't have a row last night, did you?
No, we're quite safe today.
Thank goodness for that. Well, let's get on with it, lads. Can you show me how you do it? People do when they're on their own. I never went into that with them because they said they'd be 2 minutes, that's all. Oh dear. Isn't it funny what goes through your mind when you're frightened? I'll tell you one thing though. It doesn't half hurt your bum. They've gone and left me on me, Todd. Oh, wait up. I take it all back. Oh. Oh, the back. I can now stop talking to myself. You know, I've never seen such a welcoming sight. say we've all had a smashing day? I would really like, but I'm not. Listen, I've got a big surprise for you now. You've been having me on all day and laughing at me. I'm going to have one on you. All right? Because it is surprise, surprise. Come on, lads. Come on. You're on. Look at the face. What do you mean one day? Now it's nice.
I don't remember.
No.
Capsizing a dinghy off Menport Beach.
Remember it well? Yeah.
Remember it?
You little liar!
I do, man.
You remember what you did? He's a big lad. Now come on, Scan.
Well, you pulled me off the cliffs by Port Kerno after I'd swum the Longshanks Lighthouse when I'd been out diving there and I got stranded. And you pulled me off the cliffs. Thank you very much. It's very good of you. You don't remember it, do you? No.
Haven't I got my own back?
I remember it now.
Well, I must say, it has really been a smashing day. And all we've been able to do is bring just two of the people like Andrew and Bruce. Two of those many people like you and other people like you. You've saved their lives from the bottom of my heart and certainly your heart and everybody else's heart who you've rescued. We all say, ta very much.
Well, Cilla, I think you were very, very brave there indeed.
Oh.
And in fact, Cilla, I've got a little surprise for you now, because I know how thankful you were to be on dry ground. Just have a look at this little clip of film.
You never did this at rehearsal.
Watch this.
You didn't do that. Oh, no, that's not fair. That's not fair.
But you were very brave.
No, I wasn't. I mean, these are the people who are really brave. David Wallace and Scout Slater, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you look lovely in uniform. Have a seat. Please have a seat. Can you sit over there? Yeah, I'd like you to meet somebody else, if you don't mind. Yes, I'd like you to meet Mike Green. What's the matter? Now, Mike, please tell us what your involvement with these lads are, please.
To cut a long story short, I pioneered the concept of the aircrew diver, which Scouse does now. And we laid down the groundwork in '61 for how the rescue role is now used in naval aviation. And as a result of this, my lad, about 3 or 4 years ago, was picked up on a diving incident off the Scillies by these lads. And he can't be here tonight, but he'd like to say thanks, boys.
Oh, isn't that nice? Faces. And you know, lad Scouts and David, what are you laughing at? I know you're embarrassed, but you see, a lot of people who you rescued wouldn't be here today if it weren't for you being very brave like you are. And when I say here, I really do mean here.
Yes, from Barnstable and Devon, Andrew May. From Pericloth in Cornwall, Bruce McLaren. From Cranbourne in Cornwall, Catherine Matthews. And also from Cranbourne in Cornwall, Graham Matthews. From London, Gerald Burtonshaw. From Croydon in Surrey, John Malcolm-Thin. From Gillingham in Kent, Stephen James. From Plymouth in Devon, Shane Matthews. Good one. From Lincoln, Andrew Wilcox. From Saint-Pierre. From Croydon, Surrey, Herbert Chapman. And from St Agnes in Cornwall, Andrew Beckett. From Coventry in the West Midlands, Mark Vaughan. From Loughborough in Leicestershire, John Strickland. From Loch Carron, Graham Sheedy. From Basingstoke in Hampshire, Margaret Carrick-Smith. And finally, from Seven in Cornwall, Brian Burdis.
So you see, David and Scouts, all these people owe their lives to you. God bless you, lads. Yeah.
We pay tribute to those unsung heroes. If you know any others, or if you want to let off steam or want to tell us about anything you'd like to do, write to this address. Surprise, surprise. London Weekend Television, Upper Ground, London, SE 996YW.
The more the world is changing, the more it stays the same. Life is full of small surprises. It's a never-ending game. If nothing is impossible, will you believe your eyes? If the unexpected brings a smile, that's the big surprise, surprise, surprise. The unexpected hits you between the eyes. The unpredictable, that's the surprise you see. Surprise, surprise. When you found a love that's lost its way, oh, that's a nice surprise. And when you don't know what's in store today, that might bring surprise. It's the greatest feeling in the world, nobody denies. Surprise, surprise. The unexpected hits you between the eyes. The unpredictable, that's the surprise. Surprise, surprise. We don't know what's around the corner, living from day to day. We never know when we fall in love, so let it carry you away. Surprise, surprise. The unexpected hits you between the eyes. The unpredictable, that's the surprise. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. It's the greatest feeling nobody denies. It's laughter, love, and joy in disguise. The unpredictable, that's the surprise you see. Surprise, surprise. Well, ladies and gentlemen, everybody here in the audience tonight, and especially you sitting at home, I'd like to say a very big thank you to everybody who's appeared on Surprise, Surprise tonight, especially my big mate, Chris Biggins.
You look fabulous. And I'll see you next week, Cilla.
He's right, you know. We will see you all next week. So you will join us, won't you? Until then, ta-ra!
Subject to a final check, the winner of this week's phone number game is Daphne Holden of Hornsey.